Hi guys, it's just occurred to me, I was just going to cut some lettering for the side of my K8, and it suddenly occurred to me, oh, I'll show you my technique just in case it's better than your technique. or worse, perhaps you can tell me if it's not so good. Anyway, I'll turn the film around and you can just watch. The lettering incidentally is going to go on the side here. I've agonized over a registration number, and it's got to be G because we're in Great Britain, and 4 letters. So what I plumped for is which actually says Harvey, Cliff Harvey, except it's G because it's a G reg. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just pop the camera in the holder and explain what I've got on the bench here. So what we've got is a piece of film. Ideally it would have been nice to have used the same covering as on the plane, but I haven't got any. But I've done an experiment. This sticks okay, so it's just ordinary plastic film. I've gone onto my PC, I've printed out some letters to the correct dimensions. I'll carry on with the rest of the characters, and I'll come back to you in a minute and I'll show you the little trick that I learnt from doing other things of this nature. When you're doing a curve, I'm thinking of this as I was doing it just then. Once your blade's in the on the line, don't take it off the line, as you'll almost certainly have a join. But turn the work surface as opposed to, see I'm holding the R down to stop it moving underneath my left thumb. Turn the work surface as opposed to trying to go round in one go, because your arm will never bend around the corner. So I'm pressing quite hard because I don't want to have to go over it again. Okay, so that's gone round there really nicely. And I haven't taken the knife blade off of the mat. So this is where a small cutting mat comes in handy. If you've got a large cutting mat, then that's not quite so easy, I guess. So there we go. I'll come back to you in a minute. If you're enjoying the video, give it a thumbs up, and it helps with the analytics and helps YouTube to share the video for other people to enjoy. Thanks guys, see you in a minute. Something else I do, just thinking as I was cutting these out, is to, like doing the G, I'm going to do the curves first. If you do the straight bits first, then the curve could go all over the place a little bit as you put different forces, sideways forces on it and stuff. So if I do the curve first, probably the outer curve, then these straight bits will hold it in place because they haven't been cut yet. As you see, it's bobbing up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure it doesn't move around too much while I'm cutting it, I'm just going to tape it back down. parsley down there. Okay, now really lovely and tacky, this masking tape. Use that on the other side. Now, just going to remove that bit there. Now, the thing is, I need to get these letters in the right place, roughly. Seamy area, bit of spit and polish. Okay, the clever little trick is we use the template as a positioning for the figure, so I can take the back off, just tack it with a little bit of heat just to hold it, and then do that all around, work my way down and whip the template off, and it's exactly the right place. But before I do that, I've just got to go out in the shed and spray something, so I'll be back in a minute. Right, the little spraying job in the shed has been completed. The iron is heating up, and I've stripped the covering off the back of these stickers while I've been waiting, so it's a matter of putting it in the right back into the template, really, like that. I've noticed with this red film, when you apply heat, it goes sort of a maroon colour momentarily, and then as it cools it goes red again, so you kind of like have a visual indicator, if you like, on if it's hot enough or not. Well, that looks good. Doesn't look as shiny as I thought, actually, probably due to the fact that it's such a small amount of red. Now, let's get that parallel. I use the tissue because I haven't got a sock on the iron, and it can scratch the plastic film if you're not too careful. But it does mean you have to push the heat up a little bit to get through it. Nice. The other good thing about using a template, of course, is you can't end up with characters out of order. Be a bit of a disaster. Disaster. Oh no, Gliv. Won't pass inspection. When this bird's up in a couple of months, first glider tow event, you'll be able to look at that and say, God, that registration number looks fantastic. I know how Cliff did it. That's how we use a piece of paper to line it all up. And I think you'll agree. Oh, let's put that up in there a minute. It's the finished registration. I think that looks nice. Golf Hotel Alpha Romeo Victor. Romeo Victor, final approach. And that says Harvey. And there is the chap himself. Me. Could put a little red line down the fuselage just to kiss through on down. Maybe just from here. Just pick it, highlighting that top of that stringer all the way down to the tail. Could look quite nice, and it'll key the registration in. Do you know what, guys? I think I'm going to do that. I also toyed with putting, I had an off-cut here of white film. Oh, it's not white film, white Oratex. I had an off-cut of white Oratex. So I was thinking of maybe striping up the rudder with horizontal lines like that. Maybe. Very traditional. So that's how you put registration numbers using film placed accurately. Really straightforward. Hope you enjoyed that. Give us a like, a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, even better. And so, guys, it came to pass that I've decided to put a red stripe down that stringer. And it's going to have a gap equal there to the width of the font, which I think was Arial bold, actually, in case you're wondering. Wondering if I should just cut a little point on the end of this. Might be rather nice. So I'll put it approximately on there. It's going to run up to there. Right. The best way to do that would be just to put a little touch of heat there. Little steps like that, and filling in between a cloth. I'll be pleased to know I've cleaned the paint off the bottom. Run it up. Looks good. Okie doke. Let's do the back half. What would be a nice touch is if I cut that line at the angle of the V. I can always cut it off again if I don't like it. How does that look? Yeah, why not? Looks like someone's thought about it. There. Yeah. Yes. I like that a lot. Brightens up a otherwise dull fuselage. Anyway, it should have a registration number. So, one side done, one side to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.